Hey everybody, Notorious here. Welcome back to my channel. This episode is going to be all about my favorite method for connecting two pieces of rope together, the double fisherman's bend. Not only will we discuss it, analyze it, but I will also teach you how to tie it. Let's get right to it. Here we have a double fisherman bend. A bend, by definition, is any knot that is used to connect two pieces of rope securely together. The double fisherman bend, in my opinion, is without any doubt in my mind the best choice for a bend. If you need to connect two pieces of rope together, the double fisherman bend not only offers superior strength, but also superior security and a very small profile. In other words, the knot does not take up nearly as much space as many other bends do. Additionally, it is very easy to tie, very easy to inspect, and very easy to learn. The double fisherman bend can be tied using either two ropes of equivalent size and diameter, or with two ropes of differing diameters. However, there is a limit to how much of a discrepancy you can create between the diameters of the two ropes that you connect. In other words, this bend is its strongest when tied with two ropes of equal diameter. If you do need to connect two ropes of different diameter, I suggest that you limit the diameter discrepancy to 4 millimeters. This is not a rule that is written anywhere or in any professional textbooks. This is my personal rule and my personal suggestion to you. So if you have a 10 millimeter rope, for example, the smallest size rope that I suggest that you can connect it to is 6 millimeters. Beyond that, I feel that the bend might become unstable and lose some of its strength and security and be unsafe. In order to tie the double fisherman bend, begin by placing your ropes as shown, with each rope in opposing directions. Have one end facing to the right and the other facing to the left. Then pick one of the ropes, doesn't matter which one. I usually pick the top rope or the one facing to the right first because I'm right-handed, and I then cross it over the other rope like this. Then, where the intersection between the ropes is created, I'm going to pinch it and place my index finger right here. So sort of create like an asterisk, all right? And next, I'm going to take this working end. This portion here is called the working end, and this is our standing end. And we're going to take the working end and we're going to wrap it around our finger and the other rope. And we're going to cross over itself and then continue around. So it'll look like this at this point. And finally, place that working end parallel with the other strand. So at this point, you can remove your index finger and you can see that you've created a cavity. And we're going to take our working end here and stick it through this cavity. And at this point, this is what it should look like. And we're going to dress it and set it by pulling the working and standing end and sort of manipulating the knot a little bit so that it locks down and gets tightened neatly like this. When you finish the knot, you should inspect it. It should have a crossover on the top, and on the reverse, the strand should be parallel, okay? And the next step, you're halfway there at this point, is to tie the exact same knot on this rope now, using the other rope. But you must do it in the same exact direction with the same exact orientation. So what I like to do is just flip everything like this. It makes it easier for me since I don't have to visualize the knot from another orientation. I now make sure that I feed out enough length with the other rope so that I can create the same knot here. And then again, we're going to cross over and put our index finger right here where it crosses over, and give myself a little more length where it crosses over, and then again we're going to go around once, cross over itself like this. Careful to keep our index finger in there to preserve the cavity, and then around again and bring it around so that it's parallel. Then remove our index finger so that we have this cavity here, and then take our working end and pass it through. Now we have created the same exact knot, but using the other rope, and we can dress this one and set it properly and neatly as well. Make sure that when you tie this knot, or this bend rather, a bend is a knot, it's a type of knot, but specifically this bend, make sure when you tie it that you have a minimum of 3 inches of tail at the end of each knot, okay? That is for safety reasons, and it'll ensure that when the rope is loaded, that if there's any movement in the knots, that it will not come undone catastrophically. The final step is to grab both ropes, and this is actually pretty fun and satisfying. You pull the 2 knots together like that, and if you tied it correctly, you will see that each knot will fit into the grooves of the other knot. If you happened to, for some reason, tie one of the knots in a different orientation than you tied the first knot, you will quickly find out because it won't connect as neatly and nicely. And sometimes you may find that they're mismatched like this or whatever. Just rotate them so that they lock together like a jigsaw puzzle. And there you have it. That is how you create the double fisherman bend. One thing worth noting is that if you need this bend to have extra strength and security, you can tie a variant of this bend called the Triple Fisherman Bend, where you create the same exact bend but with an additional wrap in each knot. So I will quickly demonstrate that. This is used a lot by professional climbers simply because a triple fisherman is more secure than a double fisherman. However, it isn't necessarily stronger, but it is more secure. So what you're going to do is, again, cross over and wrap it around, and you're going to need more tail this time. And we're going to wrap it around again, and then this time, instead of passing it through the opening, we're going to wrap it around one more time to create 3 wraps, hence triple fisherman. So now we can take our index finger out and pass the working end through to create a 3 wrap version of the same knot. And now we can flip this around, take our other end, and we can do the same exact thing. Wrap it around 3 times and create the triple wrap variant. Dress it and set it nicely and pull it together. And there you have it. You have a Triple Fisherman Bend. And again, this is not stronger, but it is more secure. And more security equals more safety. Well, all right, that concludes this episode. If you enjoyed this video and if you learned something, please hit that like button. Also, if you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe and choose the all selection so that you'll be notified every time a new video is dropped. Not only do I make long form content, but I also make shorts, so be sure to check those out as well. And check out my channel for more hitch how-tos, knot tutorials, and climbing videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.